What's up, everybody? It's Jack and Dan coming from Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah, except for today, we're coming to you from Jamaica. And we got a whole bunch of questions here from Raleigh over Fishkeeping, Jamaica, right?
Yeah.
We're coming to you in front of our 116 gallon that we recently refurbished. And then it sprung a leak, didn't it?
Yes.
And we fixed it up and put it all back together, and now it's doing really good.
We re-siliconed it. We did a video on it, but we put a thing here so it wouldn't bow or anything. So
Yeah.
it seems to be doing pretty good.
These are we have rosy tetra, we have candy cane tetra.
There's a big pleco in the back over there.
Yeah, big old pleco we brought from the other tank, and we've got some blood heart tetra.
Mm-hmm.
So we put it all back together and started things back up in here again. We'll be doing some future videos on it. But we're real pleased at how it came along. And speaking of refurbishing aquariums, that's one of the things that Raleigh does on his channel. In fact, he's doing a whole build completely from scratch of a 70 gallon right now. Almost the same size dimensions as this tank, except a little shorter. So that's pretty exciting. So make sure you check out more of his videos and all the builds and awesome information that he goes over. He's a really great fish tuber, and we love him. And we're absolutely, happy to be part of doing things with his channel. And the fact that he would ask us to do things like this is really fun.
Yeah.
So he sent us these questions. We're going to go over them. I'm going to read the first one. The first one says, other than fish keeping and enjoying vegan moments at your favorite vegan restaurants or in your very own kitchen, what do you guys love doing? What would you say are some of the things that we love doing besides cooking and eating? Because those are two of our favorite things to do.
Well, we like going on bike rides, and we like we do some hiking here and there. We like to go explore things, different types of national parks and stuff.
Yeah. We do vacations a lot. We like to do adventures, zip lining, all kind of crazy things.
Yeah.
Not quite Point Break type of stuff, but sometimes, maybe as you get older, we'll do more. We do snorkeling.
Yes.
We've snorkeled in Aruba and those kind of places. We'd like to someday come to Jamaica, possibly go snorkeling, meet Raleigh, get a tour. We like the mountain biking, but we love working around in our home too. Doing things around our home, our yard, making improvements, especially the ones that
I
have to
like
do with
cutting the grass with the electric riding lawnmower. That's just kind of fun.
Yeah, that's what I was going to mention is conservation. We like to do things that promote conservation around our house and around our community and neighborhood. We've done a lot of videos on that. But one of our favorite hobbies, of course, is our aquariums.
Yeah.
And we like to take really old aquariums and refurbish them and show people how inexpensive it can be to have a beautiful centerpiece in your home like this. For instance, if you were to buy something like this new, it would be probably close to what, $2,000?
Yeah, just like freshly made, yeah.
We did this entire tank. This was a tank that was going to be thrown away because it was broken. We did it for about $250, $260. And it'll probably last many years and be the home for many fish, especially rescued fish, because of course we're involved with the Ohio Fish Rescue and our local fish stores, and sometimes like to rescue fish that people turn in, they don't have homes for anymore. A lot of people think about rescuing when it comes to cats and dogs, right, or other animals.
Also, fish need a place to live too.
They do, and a lot of people don't know what to do with them. Maybe someone passes away, maybe someone gets divorced, maybe someone gets evicted. So we like to be able to give these fish beautiful homes and also have a beautiful accent to our house. So, but we do love cooking. He made a comment about vegan
I do love
food.
making food.
We love making food, and we do feel that a lot of people don't make cooking a priority and putting healthy ingredients and food into their bodies. So we do spend a lot of time pre-preparing food, cooking, and we like to make videos on it, share it with our subscribers and people all around the world on YouTube to give them good ideas of things they can do to be healthier. Anything that you can do to reduce your risk of complications is a great thing to do. Having an aquarium is a good way to reduce risk, reduce stress, give me a good hobby, all that. So those are some of the greatest things. That would probably answer most of those questions on that first part there.
Second question is, how do you see yourself, whether personally or within the social media realm, YouTube, etc., in the next 3 to 5 years? Well, I do think that we would never get this far. I never even thought that we would get 1,000 subscribers, to be honest, and or really any views. But I mean, it's cool that we like to do it, and it's actually got to a lot of people's interest.
Yeah, we never thought that we would. I mean, we never even thought about any of this.
Kind of just posted
Just posted a video.
Posted a really yeah.
We just posted a video.
We just posted like a really old video, and we didn't think anything.
We didn't have any goals. We didn't have any expectations. We simply just started posting videos of our aquariums because, well, you knew what YouTube was. I didn't even know what it was.
Yeah.
I've shared in other interviews and videos that I didn't even know anything about social media. I had a band and we had like a MySpace page and a website years ago. And that was it. I didn't even know anything about any of this until a few years ago.
When did you first get an iPhone?
I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago.
No, a smartphone. I mean, like your Samsung, I think, was the first smartphone.
Yeah, about 6 or 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Before that, I had a flip phone.
Right.
I didn't really know anything about posting anything. We just decided to do it, and it was fun. And people had a lot of questions for us because I've been doing this a long time and brought Jack up into this. And we started answering questions and posting more stuff. And I have no idea 3 to 5 years. That's hard to say. I mean, Jack will still be in high school in 5 years. He's only in 8th grade now. We don't know. We're just going to ride this out. We're going to continue to share stuff and see where it goes and meet people. And it's a lot of fun. Question number 3 is, you guys are always on the move, yet so relaxed and poised in videos and enjoying yourself. How do you find time to enjoy family with all the excitement which occurs around you relating to the hobby of fish keeping? What do you think about that one?
I'm not sure how to answer that.
I mean, honestly, we don't. I mean, you have some family on your mother's side.
Is that meaning what you do besides YouTube?
Like, how do you find time to do the things?
Oh.
I think a lot of people don't realize, like, from my perspective, I don't have a lot of family. Like, on Jack's mother's side, he has some family.
I have a lot of family, yeah.
He does things when he is with his mother. We do shared parenting. Some people who watch our channel know that, some don't. So Jack's with his mom, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. He's with me Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, pretty much. And that's how we've done it from the beginning, like pretty much since you were born. I mean, it's changed depending on your mother and my schedule because we were both nurses in the beginning. She no longer works as a nurse. But it just depends on how you prioritize things. Because I do not have a lot of family, and Pamela does not have a lot of family, the three of us are pretty much it when you're over here.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've got 2 other brothers we occasionally hang out with, but...
Yeah, but not much. Your one uncle lives far away, your other uncle is very busy, they have their own family, they have their own lives, and we just don't have a lot of kind of societal family responsibilities.
I hang out with my grandma a lot, so...
Yeah, well, of course there's grandma, and she's sometimes...
Yeah.
But we spend a lot of time, the 3 of us, doing things, and in Cleveland, when you live in a place where the weather is not always nice or acclimating, in a place like Jamaica, you have to kind of find things to do, and that's why we do a lot of cooking and working on the aquariums, because the weather just isn't that great, especially for about 6 months, which is half the year.
You can do stuff, but you can't get boats and jet skis and stuff because that's no point.
Yeah, there's a lot of time is spent at the house, and that's why we do projects like that here, because of the weather. We do try to get out and do things, but so it isn't like we really have to make a lot of time. It's just what we would be doing anyway, right?
Yep.
I mean, we pretty much just document what we're doing when it comes to cooking, when it comes to exercising, when it comes to conservation and projects.
I really like the word document because it's not a scientific experiment. I like
share.
Share.
Yeah, we're just sharing what we're doing all the time anyway.
Number 4 says, share the audience the inspiration you actually feel when you share your hobby with others. Well, I'd say it's nice to like hear people and what they have to say and stuff. Sometimes people are annoying, but that's not that much of it, you know.
Really not very often.
And people that are just uneducated about the thing, and it's nice to like other YouTubers like the shirt. I can't remember.
Yeah.
King's Aquariums and
Ant
World.
World.
Like
Yeah.
they're friends of ours, or like OFR or Riley from Fishkeeping Jamaica. It's nice because we can like talk with them about
Share ideas.
Yeah, the stuff we like to do.
You know, as far as the word inspiration, I don't think that when we started this, we ever thought we would necessarily be inspiring others. We just thought it would be cool to share some of our ideas. When you start to get all those comments back, especially some of the videos that really took off and have thousands or even millions of views, we would have never imagined that something like that would happen and that we would get the comments or the questions, the thousands and thousands of comments and questions that we got. We would have never in a million years ever thought that that would have happened. It is very amazing to think that we inspired other people to enter this hobby or to take this hobby to another level when it comes to their creativity, where it comes to their design, where it comes to using it as a creative outlet. We would have never thought that. It never occurred to us that we would do something like that.
Yeah, we talked about this earlier, but it's like we just kind of posted like a video, not the best graphics. We just talked about like the big fish tank over there. We never actually thought we'd like meet many people, so that's kind of cool.
I will say there is way more positive than negative could ever be. People told us you're going to get some negative stuff. We really don't get a lot. Honestly, when we do get something negative, it's usually just someone being a smart aleck and we just delete it or ignore it.
They're just uneducated and haven't watched the video.
Yeah, maybe they want to argue. There's really not a lot of that. A lot of it is just somebody messing with you just to do it because they're unhappy or whatever. Normally we delete those, and one of the main reasons we delete them is not because it necessarily bothers us, is other people will start to argue in the comments, and we just want to like put that fire out and just eliminate that negativity, so we just delete it. If it's a negative comment or something, we just delete it.
A lot of people turn their comments off because they don't like that, but I mean, you don't really want to turn your comments off in case someone has a useful question.
Yeah, and there are a lot of people that do. Honestly,
ask.
I would say out of 1,000 comments, maybe one of them is like annoying and we just go beep and delete it and don't even think twice about it. And usually those people will never bother you again. There has been on a rare occasion maybe 3 or 4 people that were annoying and we just we blocked them. And that was it. Other than that, it feels really good that we are encouraging people to find a healthy creative outlet. Doing something like aquariums, designing,
it's not even
Fishkeeping.
It's not even a fish tank. It's like we talk to people that like watch Canadian people that watch movies. We talk to people about all kind of things. People that do recipes, people that do conservation, people that take videos that do bicycles,
bikes, all kind of different people. And honestly, it feels great that we are helping to give people a healthy creative outlet and hobby. It feels great, and we would have never thought that would happen. So I would just say for me, it feels awesome. I've been a nurse my whole life. It's what I want to do, is inspire people to be healthy physically and mentally and emotionally and I didn't think of the word, it's early. Psychologically. And just find a great fun thing to do. So it feels great. Wouldn't you say it just feels great?
Yeah, I mean, it's cool to talk to people.
Yeah, it feels awesome. All right, number 5, what other hobby would you include in your daily routine, not including anything aquatic, and why? We kind of addressed this already.
Yeah, but we kind of talked about that already.
Health overall, having a great hobby, exercising, eating healthy.
I mean, personally,
preparing food.
I like bonsai. I have a bonsai tree over my mom's house. That's pretty cool. I like hanging out with friends. I mean, I do most of the stuff that usual 13-year-old kids do.
Yeah. I mean, overall, we include everything in our videos that we do every day. There isn't anything that we really leave out.
I like building models too. That kind of seems like a older guy thing to like, but it's kind of fun. I don't know.
Yeah, anything creative like that, models and things, and we try to do anything that interests us. We even did a needlepoint for our buddy Aquafunk, didn't we?
Yeah.
That was the first time I ever did that, but it was pretty fun.
That took a long time.
I feel like
in fact, you did it because I couldn't do it.
I feel like I might do another needlepoint sometime. Who knows? Look how all the tetra are like right here in the front, like just hanging out in between us.
They can't look forward, so they're like looking sideways, so their eyes pointing.
They're all sitting there. It's kind of funny, isn't it? All right, what's the last question?
Number 6 is, how long do you guys plan to enjoy the moments of fish keeping together, etc.? When Jack goes to college, would you, Dan, continue the hobby and the sensational routine of fish keeping, and why?
Well, like we already talked about, I've been doing this since I was 4. I had a 10-gallon aquarium in the dining room at Jack's grandparents' house. Had a angel in there named Angel Gabriel, upgraded to a 20, and then it just came from there. From literally 4 or 5 years old, I had aquariums, and always will. I love it. I'm fascinated by it. The only reason we kind of started over here is because we moved. And so when we kind of started this, it was after we had moved here and settled and started having aquariums again at this house. We plan on staying at this house, so we're just going to keep adding more. And then ones that we don't want to have that many. I mean, we don't want it to get out of control. But we'll redo ones and do new projects and fix ones that are broke. So I think I'm always going to do this no matter what. I got Jack into it. I hung a tank over your crib when you were a baby, and you've had a tank in your room ever since you were born.
Yeah.
And you've been involved with it, and it's something that we enjoy, especially on those bad weather days. Like we said, if it's rainy or cold or snowy, we're working on aquarium projects a lot of times in the house. Other things too, like we said. But, Jack's in 8th grade. You got 5 more years of school. We don't know where you're going to go or what you're going to do. You're not really totally thinking about that yet, right?
Well, I mean, I do. I want to go into like electrical engineering.
Yeah.
Not trade school. I'm not like an electrician, but like, I mean, kind of, but like more of I don't know if anyone's familiar with deep water energy. It's like propellers and the waves like go into the propellers and generate energy for cities nearby. So I would like to do something like that. Just a little far-fetched, but that seems
something
kind of
to do with renewable energy in your future.
Yeah,
but you might not. Yeah. You might decide to do it as a trade and not a degree, or because there's a huge demand for that.
I was thinking about doing computers, but it's like there's already like millions of people in computers, so we don't need that. So.
Yeah. Well, computers will be involved no matter what you do in your future.
All
anyway.
right. So you know.
Which was a new thing to me. I mean, I only started documenting on computers about 12, 13 years ago, around the time you were born.
They gave us computers in kindergarten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even touch a computer until high school. And in college, all of my nursing papers were done on typewriters still.
Yeah.
I did not use I think I had a word processor, which is basically an electric typewriter.
In fact, I think my first piece of technology was a LeapPad. It's like an iPad dubbed down for like a toddler. And I had that when I was like 3 years old, maybe a little bit younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were born in a very fast-paced time. For me, nothing happened, and then all of a sudden it was like, boom. Here's the thing. With Jack, I'm going to encourage him to do anything that he wants. I am glad that he's interested in conservation and learning more about renewable sources of energy. I think that more people Jack's age should be. They are our future. They have to work on this. They have to help this planet.
I'm not one for corny speeches, but like that we've done a lot of bad stuff for like the planet.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll have I like Elon Musk and stuff, and I like Jeffrey Bezos, but we're not just gonna go to the Mars. That's just not gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's just not
Yeah, we need to fix this planet
because there's no oxygen on there. Yeah, there's no.
Yeah, that's a far-fetched idea.
Yeah.
I think it's wonderful that Jack wants to do something like that. whether he stays here and goes to a local college to save money or be more cost effective, whether he goes away and stays on a campus somewhere, whatever he decides to do in these next few years, I'm gonna support whatever decision he
I
makes.
kind of want to work for Elon Musk to make the Teslas, not for SpaceX though, because Teslas are pretty cool. Or maybe Volts or something. I like electric cars.
Chevy's doing a lot. Chevy's doing a lot. You know, anything like that you decide to do, buddy, I'm going to support you. What I told Jack is if he decides to stay here to save money, we're going to continue to do videos together. If he goes away to college, he's probably not going to be in as many videos. Of course, when I was in college, I had fish tanks in my apartments and dorms. Maybe that's something we'll do. We'll do episodes away
Maybe
at
I'll
college.
send you a video of a little beta tank I have, and I'll show you.
In your dorm room or something.
Or something like that. I think Baldwin Wallace actually is one of the college I want to go to.
Yeah.
And I think they have.
That's a local college.
I think they have a big aquarium in a couple of them, so I don't know. Maybe I'll.
I think we will always be involved in doing this hobby together one way or another, no matter how old Jack gets. Unless he moves far away, it's something we'll always do, whether it's at his house, whether it's at my house, whether it's together, whether it's building tanks for other people together as a side job, things like that. I think we're always going to do things together. We have talked about getting our certifications for scuba together now that you're old enough. They're staring over your shoulder.
Yeah, I'd like to get scuba certification.
I think
like
next year we're going to try to do that. We're going to document that so we can go places like Jamaica and go scuba diving together.
Like it's not even really the tanks. I mean, the tanks are cool, but it's like I really like fish and aquatic life and it's just cool stuff. I just think it's cool. It's just neat.
I think one way or another we're going to be involved with it together as father and son, regardless of where Jack is or where he decides to go or what his future entails. Who knows what my future? Maybe my future will change. Maybe my job will change. Maybe I'll have to move. We don't really know down the road what's ever going to happen, but we do love each other very much, and we want to be around each other forever, one way or another. So hopefully we can stay within close proximity, and we can do these kind of things together. Don't you think?
Yeah. I kind of want to move to Texas, so that won't be that far away. 'Cause I like Texas.
Yeah, there's a lot of options. Well, listen, guys, we appreciate Raleigh asking us these questions. It's always really awesome
Maybe
to
we'll
connect.
send you some questions so you can.
Yeah, I'd like to do an actual video with Raleigh again. I'd like to do it in person.
I'd like to go to Jamaica and actually meet him.
Hopefully,
cool.
it's in the cards when some of these things with the pandemic subsides that we can come to Jamaica next year and interview you in person. We'd love to get a tour of your beautiful country and beautiful island, and I know we'll get a good tour if we.
I think Josh went to Jamaica recently, didn't he?
He did, but he did not connect with Raleigh.
No.
I think it was more of a romantic type of situation for him. But you know what? If we come, we're going to connect with you, buddy. Thanks so much again. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out lots of other videos that Raleigh has. He does an awesome job, guys.
Yeah, go to his channel. Check out his content.
Have a fantastic day, everybody. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.